Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I'll be using some new embossing folders from Spellbinders. This is their holiday 3D embossing folder release. The first embossing folder is Flurry of Snowflakes. Love that design. The next one is called Holiday Floral Swag, and it's another beautiful design. This is a 3D embossing folder, so it is thicker than the standard embossing folder, and I just showed a comparison. I love the large size. These are just under 6 inches by 9 inches. I find the easiest way to get that perfect sandwich is to use Spellbinders' universal plate system. On the platform base, it even has a picture showing exactly which plates to use to get the right sandwich. So we'll start with that platform base, which is A. Then you'll add the embossing folder and your piece of paper on the inside of the embossing folder, and then you'll top it up with plate D. For my cards, I'll also be using some leftovers from the October kit of the month. This is Oh What Fun. I have the paper pad, the die cut images, and also the die cut sentiments. And I will have links for all of the products in the description box below. I have some white shimmer cardstock I'm using for the background, and I've already embossed it using the Flurry of Snowflakes embossing folder. So it has this beautiful shimmery look. I'll be layering it on some pink cardstock. I'm adding a strip of pink pattern paper that has the sentiment in white: joy, love, and cheer. I did add a fun scallop border using Spellbinders winter border dies. To adhere this strip onto the embossed cardstock piece, I'll use some ATG tape and also some liquid adhesive. Want to make sure to have enough adhesive so it doesn't come off, especially since the white cardstock does have a specialty finish on it. Then I'll put ATG tape and liquid adhesive on the back side and adhere this piece onto the pink cardstock. Since this is an embossed background, there are less areas that are flat, so you want to make sure to get enough adhesive so it doesn't come off later. And yes, I know I probably go a little bit overboard with adhesive, but I'd rather add that little bit extra to ensure everything stays together, since I do donate the majority of my cards. Now I'll bring in some of the die cut images. I have foam dimension on the back of all of them. I'll put Santa's sleigh on the right side, Christmas tree on the left, and also an adorable little cat hanging an ornament next to the tree. Then I'll add one of the die cut sentiments. Think jolly, be jolly. And I did pop up this sentiment with some foam dimension. I'll adhere the sentiment in the upper right hand corner above Santa's sleigh. So there is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. Now moving on to card design number 2. I have some fun red, green, and pink plaid paper for the background, and I embossed a sheet of green cardstock using the new Holiday Floral Swag embossing folder. I'll put some ATG tape on the back and also some liquid adhesive and adhere this piece onto the plaid pattern paper. Then I'll put ATG tape on the back and add my card front onto a card base. All of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size, 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. Next I'll add a circle die cut, and I did cut this out from some white shimmer cardstock. I'll lay an acrylic block on top for some added weight while the glue adheres. Now I'll bring in several of the die cut images. I have 3 little ornaments, and I've already put foam dimension on the back side. I'll remove the release paper and adhere all of the ornaments on the circle die cut. All of the ornaments have some beautiful gold foil detail on them. I'll also add a couple of gold snowflake die cuts and the sentiment, "'Tis the Season." I did put some scrap cardstock pieces on the left side of the sentiment before adhering it underneath the ornaments. I have foam dimension on the back of the gold snowflakes, and I'll adhere those in the upper left-hand corner. Then to finish off the card, I'll use some gold gem stickers from Spellbinders. Put 2 in the center of the snowflakes and 3 around the sentiment. The bling set has 2 different shades of gold in 4 different sizes, and I'm using the lighter shade of gold for my card. So there is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. Now moving on to card design number 3. I have some light blue cardstock with a linen texture finish on it, and I've already embossed it using the Flurry of Snowflakes 3D embossing folder. For a little extra detail, I'm adding some Love from Lizi peel-offs to the bottom portion of the card. This is the gold moon dust color in the pinstripe style. I'm using the widest width and also the medium width. And I'm running my finger over the peel-offs to flatten that area that's embossed. Then I'll put some ATG tape on the back and also some liquid adhesive before adhering it onto some white shimmer cardstock. You'll only see that tiny bit of the white shimmer cardstock, but it does add a lovely detail. Then I'll put my card front onto a card base. Next, I'll bring in some of the die cut images, a sentiment, and also one of the chipboard frames that was included in the October card kit of the month. After using the kit and making 20 cards, I still have several of the chipboard frames left over. It does have adhesive on the back, but I'm also adding liquid adhesive as well. Then I'll put a piece of white shimmer cardstock behind the frame. I'll adhere it to the card in the lower right hand corner, and I'll put it at an angle. Now I'll add the die cut images. I have a fun little bunting for the upper left hand corner that has colorful tassels and some gold snowflakes. And I also have a cute little pink bird holding a branch with some berries. Inside the frame, I'll add the image of mittens, and the sentiment is Happy Holidays. I have foam dimension on the right side of the sentiment and also the left side, and then I left a gap in the center to put liquid adhesive where it's touching the frame. I'll adhere the sentiment in the lower left hand corner of the frame, trying to make sure to get it nice and straight. There is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. For the second card, I have a red and gold star frame since there was only one green frame left over. Now here's another look at the 6 cards I made using Spellbinders' brand new holiday 3D embossing folders. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links provided in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.